So we're talking about the first meet that we ever ran in our gym just over the weekend. We called it the North Pole, and it was deadlift only meet, unsanctioned. We're looking at the video of our top finishers. We had no weight classes. It was just men and women. We did use the DOTS formula that was calculated entirely by computer. We had a lot of fun. It was it was a nostalgic experience for us in this space. Neither one of us, I think, had been involved in running a meet in a long time. Probably
years.
Probably 14, something like that.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
14, 15. That's not coaching at a meet or competing for sure. And we had a good mix, I think, here, as you guys can even see in the videos of all these guys are pretty experienced lifters, as they all lift really good. They're obviously our top 3 placements. But I'm not sure a lot of them compete often.
Yeah.
Some of you might even recognize Brittany Chown, our top ladies lifter, who got first place. She's competed at real big meets, I think, like the Showdown and some invite-only meets around the nation. She's one of the better lifters literally in America. But others might just train at home and more local meets, but still can crush some pretty decent weights.
I had not seen Brittany lift in person before that I remember.
Really? Yeah,
And
she trains at Untamed Strength. Shout out to her boy Alan. And then she actually used to work with Kyle. Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so we all know Brittany really, really well, and I used to train at Untamed all the time when I lived more out in the suburbs. And so yeah, I'd see her train all the time. She's a stud.
This, I'd love to be able to talk about like different technique and stuff, but honestly, everybody lifted so clean.
They were pretty clean,
particularly in our winners group.
Yeah, I mean, if they paid me to coach them, I'd probably be more particular and break their shit apart a little bit. But as like a casual viewer, or as a judge or whatever, like there's not really much you can say or complain about. There's definitely things you can always improve upon, and my eye is a whatever. I'd like to call myself a veteran coach. There's always tweaks and things that I think you can optimize, but all the actual completions of the lifts by standard and even by strength are super solid.
Yeah. Brittany pulling sumo. We should note that we didn't require singlets in this meet. We really just required long socks, and that's what we got.
That was the goal, right? The goal is to have some fun, to throw down, and even Brittany she said, because she has competed in some big national meets and has another meet coming up, that it's a way for a competitor like her, who's at the top level, to just program in a heavy deadlift day and still compete. She was supposed to hit like an RPE 8. I think I saw her and her coach post afterwards, and so that was the goal of the day. Where other people, this was maybe their Super Bowl, and so they could sign up and go all out and really test themselves. And then a couple other people's, like one of our members, he literally has only powerlifted for 2 months and threw his hat in the ring and just use it as an opportunity to learn about competing and then also challenge himself. So the goal of running unsanctioned, I think, was completed in that fact that we allowed a variety of people from world class to literally touch the barbell for 8 weeks to get some experience and have a fun Saturday throwing down.
This is Jason.
Yeah.
Where does he lift?
I think he lives at home.
Okay.
I coached Jason for about 3 years back in the day.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Really, really strong kid. Really strong in all 3 lifts, actually. But he, I think recently he's had some hip issues, so he hasn't competed much lately. But I think it obviously looks like he's healed. And, his biggest pull, he ended up pulling, I think, 585 or so, squeezed it out. And then on his third, he went for like a little 10-pound jump, little 5-kilo jump, and missed it. But really, really strong dude.
This is Chris Beck, who is one of our members, somebody I've known for quite a while. Very strong. Typically pulls with straps, though, because he doesn't feel like he has the greatest grip in the world. And, he's not necessarily always trying to compete. And so, in fact, I don't think he's done a meet in quite a while.
Yeah, I don't know. And even his last attempt, it just almost moved too fast. I actually thought he hurt his hammy by the back spot. His knee kind of shot weird. But the strength was there. I know he pulled about 665 or 675 or so in the gym the week before. And his last attempt here that he missed was 661. And it actually just seems that he kind of rushed himself, and he just kind of locked his knees out before his hips. And in a conventional pull, 99.9% of the time, you want your knees and hips to lock out at the same time. which is a little bit one of the main factors difference from a sumo, where not everyone, but maybe 60%, 70% of folks want your knees to lock out before your hips. As long as the sumo allows your body weight to get behind the bar a little bit more, and you can be a little bit more vertical. Because if you lock your knees out in the conventional, your body weight's in front of the bar a little bit more, and it'll just tip you forward. There's almost no way to lock it out. You're doing a stiff leg for about 3 feet.
Yep.
Or in the sumo, you can get behind the bar. Jason actually shows a really good job of that. Obviously, he's got long arms. He's kind of built a sumo, but you can get those knees out of the way early, lock them out before your hips, body weight behind the bar, and then it allows you to just get the bar path a little bit straighter.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Chris is just a big person, not necessarily a heavy person, but he is a tall man.
Yeah, he's not small. He's got a big old back.
Yeah.
Just when he misses.
No, it's the last one he gets.
That was good.
That's the, was it
I think 638 or so
yeah.
for a second. There's Jason's third.
Yeah.
Yeah, 639 is Chris's final complete attempt. Jason here ended up winning again because he's a little bit lighter. Last attempt, 595. Turned on the gravity machine.
Yeah. Big magnets right just under the platform, so that's how we rig it. This guy, Patrick, is a member of Aquila.
Yeah, I believe he's a CrossFitter.
Yeah.
By nature.
Yeah.
But pulled, 622, which is a really big pull and absolutely crushes it. He told me weighing in, I think that he'd never compete, but he told me he's pulled about 630, and I said, well, that kind of blew me away, just when people don't compete and have such significant numbers. But that's part of competing too, is sometimes attempt selection is huge at the highest level and the beginning levels, where he left a lot of pounds out there, which is fine. It's not bad. It allows you to compete again and leave with some confidence. But if you're competing, he probably had about 655 in him that day, to be honest.
Probably so.
You see here, I was talking about the knees just getting out of the way
early.
Oh,
yeah. That left knee popped back real quick.
Yeah, he just rushed himself a little bit. Bar got away from him, and then pressed a lot with his legs rather than pulling a little bit and keeping his weight back.
A little shot of our folks waiting around for the award ceremony. We want to thank again our friends who sponsored this prizes for this meet: Caffeine and Kilos, Barbell Brigade, and Vibe Health Bar.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for watching.